Today we're going to look at the very bare bone basic process of starting from scratch an area for a pollinator garden, of planting right on top of your grass that can be done quickly and probably with what you just have on hand. So right here I have plenty of newspaper, and to begin you just want to know where you want to start. This could be in the middle of your yard if it's totally new and you can make it in a circle pattern, or here in this case I'm going to just go along the edge of a planting bed we already have. So to begin, just thick pieces of paper, here is some newspaper, and make sure they overlap, and you're just going to lay them directly on top of the grass where you want your new planting to be. So I'm going to swoop them around here just to extend this bed a little bit. Now that I've laid down the paper, all we need to do is wet it down with plenty of water. You want to soak it all the way through. The paper makes it so the grass will no longer grow, but it will also allow the wildflower seeds that we're going to put on top to reach, the roots will reach down past it, and the grass will decompose under there, and that's nice for the fertility for the soil. Now that it's all soaked through, we just lay the soil directly on that. Here I just dug some soil out and also have a little bit of old potting soil, so whatever it is you can find. The good news is it doesn't take that much. So unlike vegetables that need a lot of compost and additions, wildflower seeds are so ready to kind of grow wherever it is they can find a foothold that their root systems actually prefer a less fertile soil. Now different wildflower mixes come in different ways. This one has lots of larger seeds. So for that, you can either by hand just sprinkle them on like that, but if you have a larger area, you might want to first put them in a bit of sand, just some play sand, and mix that in, because then you'll be able to tell where it is you put it. Now for those larger seeds, after you do that, you do this with a rake or something, or just with your fingers. They like to be worked in just a little bit. But for the very small seeds, this is a very small seed mix, all they want to be is sprinkled right on top without being worked in. And again, if here's a different sand I have, just to know it's a different seeds, you can mix it into sand first and again make it easier to see where you put them. Now after that's all on there, the next step is you just pat it down. You can do this by walking on it, or as you see, just with my hand, I can do it also. Now this was all obviously a very fast process, and it really is all that it takes. Once the seeds are on there, you just need to water them in, and you keep it moist when you're first doing new plantings. So if it doesn't rain, be sure to give it a little water every day. And it also helps to put just a little mulch over it. And honestly, that can even be something like just broken up dried leaves. And that way, the soil will retain a little bit more moisture and won't just dry up right away. So that is it. The paper, soak the paper, just an inch or two layer of soil, put on your wildflower seeds, work them in a little bit if they're larger seeds, just sprinkle them right on top if they're very small seeds, press it down firm, give it water, light mulch, do that for a few weeks, and you will have a pollinator habitat. You'll be inviting insects, you'll be inviting birds, all those important small creatures that will come as long as we welcome them. And that will be something that's beautiful to see, and also something very, very good for our planet.